The New York International Audio Show was held this year in New Jersey. So I'm going to give you a report, plus an Audiophiliac viewer system of the day, and also the Audiophiliac album of the day. Stick around. Okay, so the first stop on my tour was the PS Audio Room, the big Aspen speakers sounding really good, possibly because they are being driven by the PS Audio PMG signature components. But anyway, all was well. Next, I went to Jeffrey Catalano's room, High Water Sound. They had this big system set up, really expensive stuff, but not only did it sound good, I got to tell you, of all the rooms I visited, this was the one I lingered in the longest because I was just having such a great time listening. Now, I will be providing links to all the exhibitors that I show in this video. And as for these SPL components, yes, I will be reviewing some of them on the channel shortly. The folks at Audio Group Denmark put out quite the spread at the show. And I lucked out because when I walked in the room, they just happened to be playing some early Beatles stuff. And I've listened to it my entire life, and yet I was so moved by the experience. Now this is a new company for me, Aurico. This speaker is called the D6. It has a top-firing tweeter. Very clear sound, almost electrostatic-like. Really impressive. Next up was PBM Audio. And I've known their speakers for years, really nice. But what I was really surprised about was this line of turntables. They call them Vintage Direct, based on classic 1970s Denon turntables. Very cool. Ah yes, Potpourri Acoustics, designed and made in Hungary. They are electrostatic speakers, very clear, very pure sounding speakers, being driven by American Electronics from Atmosphere, their preamp and monoblock power amplifiers. Bass Audio is based here in Brooklyn, and this is their Sophia 103. Looks and sounds really interesting. This is Robin Wyatt's room, and he always makes great sound at shows. And he's showing the new Quad 2812 electrostatic speaker. And by the way, I'm in the process of reviewing the bigger one, the 5-foot tall one, the 2912X. Anyway, it's being partnered with Rogue Audio. Fantastic sound in that room. And now for something completely different. Omni Audio's omnidirectional speaker. Now this isn't a commercial product. It's a working prototype. It definitely did what it's supposed to do, sound omnidirectional. Look at how these tweeters are all firing inward. There's a lot going on. We'll see what happens next for Omni Audio. Neil Blanchard and Geshelli Labs, they've been partnering at shows forever. I'm always very impressed by their sound quality, even more so this time. As you can see, these speakers are transmission lines that's on the wall behind them. But Geshelli Labs is definitely stepping up their game in terms of the kind of electronics they're making. And I really do, I hope it happens in 2026 that I get to sample some of their stuff at home. I'm going to cut right to the chase. Technics has a new variation on the SL1200G turntable. Now, I own a 1200G. I know it well. So the new version is called the 1200G Master Edition. It basically has a new power supply. That's the big thing, the big change. And some other detailed differences. And this version is limited edition. There will only be 1200 in silver and 1200 in black. My last stop was this room, Audio Note. Now, I've been a fan of Audio Note for years. I've never reviewed any, although I do own 2 Audio Note step-up transformers. Anyway, this room was just alive sounding, very dynamic, very exciting toe-tapping, very involving sound. And that's what you get with Audio Note. I hope 2026 is the year I actually review something from them. The New York International Audio Show, held this year in beautiful New Jersey. Yeah, it was small, but it had a good vibe to it. I think everybody was having a good time. The people who came to the show, the exhibitors, the press, I think it felt really good. This is the first year for the show to be in New Jersey, and I'm actually looking forward to coming back next year. But now we're going to move into, you know it, this new feature, you love it, the Audiophiliac album of the day. And the album of the day today is Greg Allman's Low Country Blues. And this is a terrific album. It was recorded in 2011. It was produced by T-Bone Burnett, who I'm not the biggest fan of his production style because it's a little thick and lumpy down there. But it's not so bad on this one. It would be better if it was a little less, but hey, it's just me. But it's all about the music. And I got to say, Greg Allman, this is near the end of his life, but not that close. But anyway, he's a great blues singer, you know. He started out so young in the Allman Brothers, but he definitely grew into the job. And he even sounds kind of a bit like Ray Charles on this one. That's a compliment, a very high compliment. He's a blues master. I mean, this is a great record. I knew it was great when I first got it in 2011, but every now and then I pull it out, and this one, the other one, Southern Blood, which I couldn't find the CD, but I have it somewhere, that's also really, really good, although I prefer this one. And it has an all-star cast. Dr. John is on it. T-Bone plays guitar. Jay Bellerose plays drums. There's a lot of people playing on this record. But it doesn't sound, in that sense, overproduced. It sounds big. It sounds like a sort of a statement, a blues statement by Greg Allman. So, yeah, I love this record. Oh, and the way he does Blind Man, this tune called Blind Man, which I first heard many years ago on a Traffic record where Steve Winwood sang it. I love the Steve Winwood version. This one is right up there. It's one of the standout tracks. And he covers Muddy Waters' I Can't Be Satisfied. And I got to say, Greg owns it. He really does. So anyway, lots of good tracks, lots of good music, pretty good sound quality, and it's a keep. Definitely deserves to be the Audiophiliac album of the day. And now we will move right on to the Audiophiliac viewer system of the day. Trung lives in Los Angeles. He's 45 years old, and he is into DIY and vintage in a really big way. And the idea with this system is that it's mostly 70-year-old technology. The speakers are University Sound 15-inch triaxles introduced in 1956. These speaker cabinets were made by audio crafters circa 1958. These are custom second-order passive crossovers by Trung's own design. The 300B amp is a custom based on a Risong chassis and completely changed and rewired the circuitry. There's a custom tube phono preamp using 6N 2P dual triode tubes, turntable, Garrard SL95 idler from the 1960s with a Shure V15 cartridge. That is super impressive. Thank you, Trung. All right, we are back. And my name is Steve Guttenberg, and I am the Audiophiliac, and I do want to thank you for watching this far into the video. And since you're here, I'd like to ask a favor of you. I'd like you to consider joining my Patreon. You can join for a couple of bucks a month, up to 50 or 100. But at any level, and when you join, you will gain access to exclusive content. And there's a lot of it because I've been putting exclusive content up for years now. So there's a lot to see. And that's it. And I do want to point out that I've been having conversations with my viewers for years now. And it's really gratifying to meet the people who watch this show. I mean, I meet you at hi-fi shows, and at this show, the New York Audio Show, I met a lot of you, and it was so nice to do selfies with you and hang out. So, yeah, I'm a star in this little world that I've created, and I know that you're out there watching. And again, that's very, very gratifying. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and I really do hope to see you back here again very, very soon. Bye-bye.